जग जन रंजन रे जग जन रंजन जग फूल नलिन वेश जय हरे
Okay, so now today is the shlok number 8 of Vilapa Kusumanjali and the second part of this shlok number 8. Okay, so I started directly. Now the picture of sweet Leela appears in Sri Raghunath Das Ji's mind. Sri Radha Madhav are enjoying in the Kunj, and Tulsi, who is non-different from her Swamini in heart and body, is engaged in fanning them. During their amorous pastime, in which Krishna plays the passive role as a qualified hero. Krishna faints of ecstasy, overwhelmed by her Madhanaksh Mahabhav, but Anuragvati, passionate Radhikaju, is not satisfied. She herself had enchanted her qualified hero, and now he doesn't know what to do anymore. During Cupid's festival, Swamini strikes her hero with her play lotus. Tulsi giggles when she sees this, and that laughter maddens Shyamsundar. This is one of the Kinkari's matchless service, which can only be experienced by the Rasik devotee. So, by Radheju's mercy again, Sri Raghunath Das Ji entered in the Leela. Now she's watching with her Siddha Swarup, Tulsi Manjari. And no, you know what Leela happens now? You pay attention on it. The beautiful kunj is decorated by the Sakhis and the Manjaris. And, Radheju is sitting on the bed waiting for Thakurji and just waiting. The moon is going to the another direction. Still Thakurji is not coming. Minutes converted into hours. Everyone is agitated now. So Radheju looks at Leta Sakhi. Yes, please, you go there and check what happened. Why Thakurji didn't come? And then Lalita and Chitra, they went to the Kunj and they were already, so they have doubt that Thakurji must be in another Gopi's Kunj. And when they reached, the Thakurji was sitting. There were many gopis surrounding him sitting, and Chandravali was also there. And Thakurji was drinking so many like wild juice and talking very nicely. Chandravali is keeping her lotus arm on Thakurji, and Thakurji has no idea that he has to go to meet with Radheju, and Radheju is waiting for her in the Nikunj. When Lalita Sakhi and Chitra Sakhi saw this scenario, they get very angry. They come very fast to the Nikunj and say Radheju, and they told this story in more exaggerate way. Thakurji was laughing. He was keeping his lotus arms on Chandravali and playing with her hairs and so many things. Radheju says, okay, please, you do not angry with my Krishna. You know, he is really very loyal. But sometimes these all the gopis stopped him to come here. Lalita says, no, this time you have to punish him. Otherwise, he will be more deceitful and he will not pay attention on you. Radheju say, no, this is not fair. Because Radheju is very merciful, very kind, very lovable and caring to Thakurji. And Lalita Sakhi says, okay, this time you listen our, okay, whatever we are planning, whatever we say, you just do it. And Thakurji will never go from you, means he will be very much loyal to you always. Radheju becomes very happy that Thakurji will be mine forever. And now the Lalita Sakhi deployed so many Sakhis outside of the Kunj, and she told Tulsi, please you be here with Radheju all the time. And if Anything you find something doubtful, you just tell me immediately, okay? And all of us are standing outside of the Nikul so that Krishna cannot enter. And when Krishna, and suddenly Krishna immediately think, oh my God, I have to be present there in the Nikunj of Radheju. What I did, it's a blunder. And he rushed to the Radheju's Nikunj. As he tried to go inside, Lalita Sakhiji put a barrier of her hands. She said, no, you cannot go inside. So Thakurji said, but where should I go? You go to that place where you were getting so much enjoy, feeling happy. You go back to that place. Thakurji begs to Lalita Sakhi. She said, no, Krishna, you will not enter. Thakurji asked many, many times, but she refused every time. Now Thakurji is very sad what I do, and he was feeling that it was really my mistake. I should be reach on time there. And now Thakurji went to the bank of Yamuna, very close to Radheju's Nikunj. And now Thakurji, and not any idea was clicking in his mind. So now he started meditating on the Radheju's lotus feet. And this very beautiful idea came in his mind. He thought that Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, every Sakhi is deployed there outside of the Nikunj. So many Kinkaris are also inside the Nikunj. So I must go to Lalitaji's house. I should adorn myself. I should disguise myself as Sakhi. So Thakurji went to Lalitaji's house. He saw there so many beautiful saris, many like makeup objects were there. Thakurji wear beautiful sari and he put bindi and this lipstick and he put a hair wig also very nice curly long hair. He put it on his head and he put bangles also in his hand. And when Thakurji watched himself in the mirror, he was mesmerized. He forget that I am Krishna, and he tries to hold that mirror. Suddenly, he started laughing. Oh, this is me. And Thakurji was looking so beautiful. And then Thakurji put so many bangles of Lalita Sakhi in the bag. He put it back on his shoulder and now going towards the Radhe Ju's Nikunj. And she is not paying attention to that Nikunj. She is going through that way and telling, okay, please, if there is anyone who wants their lover or husband to be loyal forever, if they wear my these bangles, and then their lover or husband will be forever, like they will react like a slave forever for them. They will not go to any other girl. The Lalita Sakhi said, oh, please you come here. And now Thakurji is putting a veil over her face. And she was like talking like this, not revealing his face. And Lalita said, where are you coming from? I'm coming from Nandagaon. Okay, so what are you selling? I'm selling these bangles. And you know, my bangles are not ordinary. These are very special one. And I have spellbounded, like I have put some magic in it because I have done so much puja in the night time and I put some mystical powers. And if someone wears, then their lover or husband will be loyal for them. So Lalita ji say, okay, I want to buy these bangles and you give this whole bag to us. So Thakurji says, but who is going to wear this? If you want, then I will put it in your hand. Lalita ji says, no, no, no. My Radhe Ju's, my Swamini ji is sitting inside the Nikunj and I will wear it. No, no, no. But actually, Lalita Ju, listen, if I put it, because while putting these bangles in your Swamini ji's hand, I will recite some mantras. Then it will work. And Lalita ji looks at Chitra Saki, what should we do? So we should allow it. Yes, no problem. This is a girl. We should allow her to go. Lalitaji opened the Nikunj. Thakurji smiles and Thakurji enters in the Nikunj. As Thakurji comes, heart has some feeling that Thakurji is coming, because there is such a big connection between Radheji and Thakurji. And Tulsi Kinkri is also watching me. Who is this coming? very nice anchor bells is like resounding at this time. She comes and she sits on the floor. Radhaji Saki say, "Hey, who are you, my dear?" She says, "I'm coming from Nandgaon." Okay. Still, Thakurji is not revealing her face. So Radhaji says, "Okay, come, please, come sit here on the bed. Do not sit on the floor." Said, "No, no, I'm not worthy to be sit near you." Radhaji said, "No, please." Radhaji hold Thakurji's hand and sat him on the bed. And now Thakurji started shivering at this time. There are because two reasons are there. First, Thakurji got so much bliss, happiness that I am here in the Nikunj. And second, that Thakurji is thinking, what will be happen if I am revealed now? So Thakurji sits there, and now Radheji says, "What is your good name?" She says, "My name is Savari Saki." "Oh, so why are you putting this veil? I am girl, you are also girl, so you reveal it." She said, "No, no, no, I will not reveal." And then Radheji first time revealed Thakurji's face. And Thakurji is looking so beautiful. Radheji was stuck to see the Thakurji's face. And Radheji says, "You're so beautiful, my dear, my Savri Sakhi, and your face is making me remember of my lover Krishna. I love him so much." And Thakurji is so happy that first time Radheji is saying that I love my Krishna, because before Thakurji, Radheji never said I love you. So, okay, Savri, so what will you do? Savri says, "May I come tomorrow? Because this is already night time. So may I come tomorrow? I will put you these bangles." Radheji says, "No, you will go to Nandgaon. It's very far. So you can sleep here on my bed. Do not worry. You are my friend." Thakurji was very happy. And still he has so much sweat on his face. And Tulsi is looking this. And Radheji puts sweet gesture towards Tulsi. And now she started fanning, and she is also listening. And every time this Tulsi is also thinking that there is something fishy, means the way she is speaking, her face, it's very similar to Krishna, but she also couldn't express her feeling before Radheju. And now Thakurji, Radheju say, "Okay, you put some bangles in my hand." When Radheju gives her hand to Thakurji's hand, now Thakurji is shivering. So Thakurji says, "I cannot put it very easily. Can you send this Tinkri to bring some banana leaf? I will cut some banana piece into small pieces so I can wrap in your on your like hand, and it will easily go out in your hand then." Actually, Thakurji was telling this thing so that Tulsi can also be go for some time, and Thakurji can tell the real that he is Krishna. But Tulsi went and she come very fast, taking these leaves. And now Thakurji started putting this, wrapping these banana leaves, and she is putting this one bangle. And immediately, this Tulsi Manjari being this better leaf, and she put it in Radheju's mouth. And the way Radheju is eating, this liquid is also coming out from Radheju's mouth little bit. And Thakurji is looking, Radheju is chewing, and Radheju say, "What happened? Do you also want Tulsi? Please, you bring one more for my Shama Sakhi." And Tulsi says, "There is no another one. It was only one, so I gave it to you. I offered it to you." So Savri Sakhi say, "If you think I can take your prasadam also." And Radheju says, "Okay, if you put me all the bangles, I will give you prasadam." So Thakurji put the bangles in Radheju's both hands, and then Radheju is giving prasadam to to Savri Sakhi's mouth from her lotus mouth. And when Radheju is giving it, and Thakurji is taking this betel leaf, this crushed betel leaf, and Thakurji couldn't control this ecstasy and he falls down on the bed. And Radheju is so much worried. "Tulsi, please, you bring some water to sprinkle over it, because he faints now." And neither Radheju nor Tulsi could understand that Thakurji faints due to this ecstasy. And Tulsi is sprinkling water, and Radheju couldn't understand. Then Tulsi says, Radheju, do not worry, you please loosen her clothes. Maybe because of some suffocation, she's not properly breathing, this taking oxygen. And so Radheju put off, loosen her clothes immediately, and my God, she recognized this is Krishna. And Radheju was so happy and she shouts, oh, my dear Krishna. And when Radheju shouts, this voice goes outside from the Nikunj, and Lalita, Vishaka, they all entered. When they entered, they say, okay, Radheju, now you give him punishment. Na? Lalita ji is holding Thakurji's lotus feet, Chitra is holding Thakurji's hand. Everyone is just holding so that he cannot run away from here. And Thakurji is thinking, my God, today I will be beaten by all the Sakhis today in a very sweet manner. So now Radheju, now Tulsi says, Radheju, you sit on Thakurji's divine body, otherwise he will run away from here. When Radheju sits on Thakurji's body, now everything is under control. Now Lalita Sakhi is saying, you should give him such a punishment that he will remember in throughout of his life. And we are going outside so that his voice, so that if he shouts during this beautiful love play, no one can listen, so no one can come to help him. So all the Sakis goes out, and Tulsi ji is doing this fan seva continuously. She couldn't understand what is this all going on. And the Nikunj is closed now. Radheji is asking Tulsi, what do you think? What punishment should I give to him? Tulsi says, I think Swaminiji, you smelled his all the lotuses, na? He is wearing the lotus garland also. You just smelled his lotus, all the lotuses. Radheji is jumping on the bed. Thakurji garland is completely smelled. There's a big his hair wig is also opened, and his makeup is removed, and all her makeups comes out during this love play. And now Thakurji says, Radheju, please come down. Miss, I cannot bear this so much bliss. No, no, I cannot bear this sweet punishment. No? Thakurji was feeling that I will faint again. And Thakurji's eyes are closed, but not completely, half-eyed are open. And Thakurji is saying Radhe, Radhe, Radhe all the time. And this voice is also coming outside. All the Sakhis are laughing. And now Tulsi started laughing to see this pitiable, this miserable condition of Thakurji. And then Radheju finally gets, Radheji also gets so much missed because she was jumping a lot, and she comes on the bed. And Radheji was also taking so much high breathe at this time. Tulsi is again fanning to Radheju. And Tulsi is saying now, no, Radheju, I think punishment is not completed. You should give her one more punishment because of Krishna, all this happened. So he should put some, he should adorn you, he should dress you nicely, he should dress your hair nicely, and finally he should put some red color lac, this red color liquid which is called alta, and he should anoint, he should adorn your lotus feet like this. So that's why Radhiju, that's why it is said here that Swaminiji sits up on the bed finally, her dress disheveled but still effulgent. It is as if sweetness drips from each of her limbs. Our hero Krishna is maddened by that sweetness. लीला अंते सुखे थारा ये अंग माधुरी ताहा देखी सुखे आमी अपना pasuri. Chaitanya Charitamrita means Thakurji is saying, when I see the sweetness of her body after we made love, I am beside myself of ecstasy. Swaminiji then tell Krishna, oh beautiful one, you redress me before my Sakhi come here and make fun of me. Our hero Krishna then eagerly sits down at Swaminji's lotus feet, ready to decorate her. Praneshwari says, smear footlag around my feet. Lalji starts the job, holding her feet to his chest and getting immersed in the sweetness while looking at him. Impatiently, Swaminiji says, "What are you doing? Quickly put that leg on. What will my girlfriend say if they see me like this?" But our hero Krishna sometimes holds her feet to his chest, sometimes kisses them, and sometimes also paints some lac on them with trembling hands, as if he finally found a jewel but didn't know where to keep it. Aneka ratne ratna paiye tuhite thai na paya. Some of the wet red leg gets stuck on Radheju's blushed chest, make it look like a rising sun in the dense darkness, or like a red lotus flower glowing in the blackish water of Yamuna. This blazing red leg of loving Radhika's lotus feet defeats the beauty of Sri Vasain and Kaustubh gem and the golden line that represent the goddess of fortune on Krishna's chest. So, when Tulsi says, Radheju, please you order him that he should put some wet red leg on your lotus feet. He should sit on the ground. And Radheju said, yes, Krishna, you sit here and you put some wet red leg. Immediately, this Kinkri Tulsi brought one goblet. What is this called? One this bowl of which is filled with this wet red lake. She put it there and she said, "Oh, now Krishna, you put it in Radheju's lotus feet." Thakurji takes, first of all, Radheju's lotus feet in his hand and he put little bit and he started trembling because of this happiness, because of this bliss. And then he put on his chest, and this red leg is printed on Thakurji's chest, naked chest. It seems like a lotus flower is blooming in the blackish water of Yamuna at this time. And it is so many, like 30 minutes have passed. Thakurji sometimes kissing, sometimes doing massage, sometimes putting, and means he is not doing properly. So Radheji looks at Tulsi, she laughs, and now Radheji is telling Tulsi, please you do it. He is not able to do it. He will spend the whole night only in kissing and keeping on his chest. You do it. Otherwise, Lalta Vishaka would be coming here and all of these Sakis will make fun of me. And when getting this order, Tulsi ji becomes very much pleased. She pushes Krishna very softly and says, what are you doing? Is this the way of doing service? What are you thinking, keeping it on the chest sometimes? And Thakurji said, but Tulsi, you look, I have put some this wet red leg, na? Already some I have put. Then Tulsi said, what is the use of it? You put it some red leg, and then you are kind, so it washed off also. You are putting and crying, and so what is the use, na? Radheji is not getting it printed on her feet because you are anointing Radheji's lotus feet with your tears. So please you go away. And very nicely, sweetly, she pushes Thakurji. Shamaji is enchanted. Sham is enchanted by the beauty of Sriji's feet. Jagat Mohan Krishna Taharamu. Miss Thakurji mesmerized the whole world, and Radheju mesmerized Thakurji. But Radheju enchants even him. So she says, oh, beautiful one, I understand you cannot do it. Tulsi, you come. You put this footleg on, making Shama think to himself, alas, how unqualified I am. Getting Swaminiji's order, Tulsi softly pushes Thakurji and says, move up. Through it cannot be done. I will do it. Just as Tulsi stretches out her hand to get Swaminiji's lotus feet, that transcendental revelation disappears. And she begins to lament, thinking, now I am helplessly falling in the ocean of misery. Your lotus feet are my abode. Please take me there with this wonderful boat of your mercy across this ocean of service. When Radheju and Tulsi was very happy, she was pushing Thakurji, and Thakurji was not moving. Then she was pushing more, very softly and slightly, and she was like ordering. She was scolding Thakurji in a beautiful manner, and Thakurji is saying, "My God, these kinkaris are more close to my Swamini. They every time they do the service very nicely, and now she's also taking my service. This is my service to put wet leg on Radheju's lotus feet. She is snatching this from me." But Thakurji is also happy that I could see the darshan. Sitting here, I can also see Radheju's lotus feet. As Tulsi stretches her hands towards Radheju's lotus feet, this vision goes out. And she started lamenting. She feels that such a treasure has been taken away from her hands. She laments so badly, so miserably, and now, due at this time, this lamenting, now the shlok number 9 comes out from her heart. Okay, so it was the shlok number 8 is over here. Okay.
Wow.
So I would request everyone here that all of you do, if is it possible for all of you, please you do Roop Dhyan of this Leela and go more deeper and deeper, and you will get some revelation, you will feel some experiences definitely. Okay, so I start shlok number 9. Okay.
Okay.
So shlok number 9 of Vilapa Kusumanjali. Twad lokan kalahi danshiraiv mritam janam Twat Padabjamil Lakshavish Jai Devi Jivaya. Just before few minutes, Tulsi ji was enjoying such a beautiful Leela. She was playing and just she was ordering Thakurji to move little slightly. I will adorn my Radheju's lotus feet. And like she was feeling that she is swimming in the ocean of bliss. She's swimming in the ocean of mercy of my Radheju. I'm getting the direct service of Priya Priyatam at this time. And as eagerly she stretches out her hand at that time, this vision disappears and she finds herself on the bank of Radhakund. Now, what is Raghunath Das ji? When this is a spiritual Sarup Siddhade, she is Tulsi, but when he comes in this external identity, he becomes this, I will say, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami ji. So Raghunath Das Goswami ji is saying, "Oh goddess, this person has died from the bites of black snake of separation from you. Please revive me with this medicinal lac that anoints your lotus feet." In the previous words, Sri Raghunath Das ji attained the relish of Swamini ji. Now this word vision has abated and he feels the intense burning of love in separation. Just as someone quickly dies when being bitten by a terrible snake, being scorched from tip to toe by the intense fire of poison, Sri Raghunath Das ji also feels like dying when he is burning in the poison of separation from Sri Radheji. Swaminiji's footlight is the only elixir which can revive Tulsi. Nothing else can help against this burning fire of separation of Radheju. So beautifully it is described here by Sri Anandas Babaji Maharaj. And when I was meditating on this shlok, this point came in my mind. Why this Raghunath Das ji is saying that I'm almost dying. I will die very soon because this snake of uh, this because the snake has bitten me and I will die soon. But at the same time, when we are watching it, like we are clearly seeing that Raghunath Das ji is sitting on the bank of Radha Kund. But at the same time, he is saying that I will die soon because of this separation. This mistake has bitten me. You know, what the Rasik devotee says, and why I also feel personally that Ra- Raghunath Das ji is not saying that I will die. As a sadhak day, he is completely okay. He is not suffering from any pain. But he is telling about the Siddha Swarup, that this Siddha Swarup will die if I do not get darshan again. That's why it is using this word, that it is the only elixir which can revive Tulsi. That's why it is written here that this Siddha Swarup Tulsi can revive only when I get the nectar of your lotus feet, only when I get the darshan, only when I get this wet leg which is adorned on your lotus feet. This is not the pain that this is Sri Raghunath Das ji is not suffering. Actually, this is her Siddha Swarup is suffering because of this Siddha Swarup. These shlokas are coming out. You know, I think all of you have heard. I will just explain very shortly here the story of Sri Mirabai ji. She was a great devotee of Thakur ji. And you know, she was also telling दर्द की मारी बन बन डोलू वैद्य मिला नहीं कोई मीरा की प्रभु पीर मिटेगी जब वैद्य सावरिया हो. Means Mirabai ji is saying that I am wandering here and there, but I am not finding any doctor who can remove my pain, because this pain can be removed only when Krishna comes as a doctor. When I get the nectar of Krishna, only that I can revive, otherwise I will die. So these sufferings are telling about the Siddha Sarupa who are experiencing this fire of separation. This Siddha Sarupa is actually burning in this fire. So in the same way, this Raghunath Das is also saying that only that foot leg, you know, how intelligent is Sri Raghunath Das ji? He is not saying that I want the darshan of the lotus feet. He is saying if I could get that foot leg, that wet red leg which is printed on Radheju's lotus feet, if I could get that one, then I will revive. You know, in this way he want to get satisfied all his senses, like eyes. Means, you know, this when once this red leg is smear, it is applied on the lotus feet, it cannot comes out without washing. You know, sandalwood paste can come out when it is dried. It can come out easily, can peel very easily without giving pain. But this is the liquid which is printed on Radheju's lotus feet, so it cannot be taken out. When it goes more dry, then we will have to wash first of all Radheju's lotus feet, and in that water it will come out that color. So Raghunath Das is very smart. He's saying I want that foot leg. So in this way, to receive that foot leg, first of all, I will get the darshan of Radheju's lotus feet. Means my eyes will be gratified at that time. My eyes will get satisfied completely. And when I would be taking Radheju's lotus feet in my hand, I will hear, because if Radheju is there, definitely Thakurji would also be there, Sakhis will be there, Manjaris will be there, beautiful Leela will be going on there. So I could see Nikunj, I could listen the beautiful words of Radheju and Thakurji at that time. So now my ears will also be satisfied. And then comes to the nose. You know, when I offer my pranam to Radheju's lotus feet, at that time I could smell that delectable fragrance of Radheju's lotus feet. You know, and skin, because I'm taking Radheju's lotus feet in my hand, so my skin will also be satisfied. And now comes to our tongue, because tongue is also another sense. So when I anoint Radheju with water, this I will get this water, this Chanamrit of Radheju, and then I will drink it. So, you know, these all the Rasik devotees are very intelligent. They are very smart. They do not have academic knowledge, but they have so much bliss. They have so much knowledge of that spiritual realm. They have so much knowledge about the how merciful Radheju is. So very smartly, Sri Raghunath Das ji is saying that that the only elixir which can revive Tulsi, nothing else can help against the burning of fire of separation from Sri Radhaji's. So I want that red booklet. Even though Sham Sundar was accompanied by the anyone wants to share? Because once I started, I can't control my feelings and I just go on. Anyone wants to share something? Okay. So even though Sham Sundar was accompanied by the millions of gopis, he could not find pleasure without Sri Radhe. Suffering separation from her, he went to the bank of Yamuna and lamented for her. Kalsari api sansara, like this is the shloka from Geet Govinda, chapter 3rd, shlok number first and 1 and 2. It is written, the poet Jayadeva describes the Vasant Ras as follows. Krishna left all the other beautiful girls of Braj to take Radha, who is the essential chain, who binds him to his lusty desires in his heart. When Sri Radheju becomes jealous and left Krishna behind, Krishna looked for her everywhere, his mind pierced by the Cupid's darts when he could not find her. Madhav entered in a kunj on the bank of Yamuna and began to lament there. Sat koti gopite nahi kama nirvapana. Even a billions of gopis cannot soothe Krishna's pain of separation from Shri Radheju. As beautifully, it is Geet Govind is such a beautiful kavya. And here, you know what happens when Thakurji and Radheju was playing with the millions of gopis were there, and suddenly Thakurji was doing dance with so many gopis along with Radheju, and everyone was dancing and everyone was running here and there. They were playing so nicely, and then a group of gopis they entered in the Yamuna to play with the water with Krishna at that time. So Thakurji also followed. Radheji was also there. Thakurji was splashing so much water on Radheju's face. Everyone was so beautiful at that time. Radheji was so much satisfied with Thakurji's love. Suddenly, Radheju felt that Thakurji is also doing the same behavior with the other gopis. Varisto I am now. Radheju thinks that I'm the special one. I should give, I should be given the special treatment because I am the beloved of Thakurji. I should give him the special treatment. But Thakurji is doing the same behavior with the other gopis as he is doing with me. And Radheju gets money. She has little bit of sweet jealousy, and she just walks off from there. She went from there, and within few seconds, Thakurji feels that lack of happiness. When there is no Radheju, the happiness, this bliss cannot be present there. Thakurji looks here and there. What happened suddenly? How my this happiness just vanished immediately? Still, I am surrounded with so many gopis. They are loving me. They are holding me, kissing me, splashing water. Still, I am not feeling that happiness which I was feeling just before few minutes. And now Thakurji looks around and there is no Radheju. You know, Radheju is the Hiladini Shakti. In the absence of Radheju, Thakurji can never relish this rasa. In Srimad Bhagavatam, also Sri Shukdevji Maharaj says in the Ras Panchadhyay, I think it's slok number 1 of Ras Panchadhyay, Sharadat Ful Mallika, where Shukdevji Maharaj is saying Yog Maya Mupashrita. It means Thakurji first take the order and the shelter of Radheju so that he can explore this Ras Maharas. And when Radheju is not present there, there can never be Ras. There can never be that Ras can never be present. In the absence of Radheju, Thakurji is like a Brahma who has no name, no form, no beauty, no virtue, nothing. This all just came just because of Radheju. If Radheju is present, every beauty, rus, love, happiness, everything is present there. So when Thakurji feels the lack of happiness, he looks around here and there, and he could not find Radheju. He laments very badly and says, Radheju, why don't you understand? Even a billions of gopis, they come to me, they cannot give me that calmness, that happiness. I get the happiness only when you look at me only. If you look at with your side glance, I would be much happier rather than if I am in the group of the gopis. So Thakurji laments. In fact, Thakurji is folding his hands and saying beautifully, is said by Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, किशोरी मोरी अब न लगाओ बार मांगत भीख कृपा की केवल. Means Thakur ji is saying, Radheju, please do not be angry with me. I am just begging for your mercy. I am not saying that you dance with me or you love me. I just want your mercy, that just be before my eyes. I am not asking anything more from you. Srimad Das Goswami described in his Mukta Charita how Krishna anxiously lamented about Sri Radheju's absence to his own queen Satyabhama in Dwarika after describing his Braj Leela to her. This is the incident when Thakurji was in Dwarika and he was sleeping in his palace, and Satyabhama ji was doing a massage of Thakurji's lotus feet, and Thakurji was sleeping. Uh, Suddenly, Thakurji awakes and sit and started crying, Radhe, 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 and tears were gliding on his cheeks. Satyabhamaji got so much nervous. What happened, Thakurji? What happened, Krishna? Any dream you saw? And what happened? Thakurji said, no, my Radheju is missing actually. And he asked, what happened? Thakurji is saying, when I left Vrindavan, when I went to Mathura at that time, Radheju, actually Thakurji was remembering this Braj Leela, and Thakurji explaining now to Satyabhamaji that so many Sakhis were sitting there with Radheju under the Kadam tree, and everyone trying to please Radheju. So everyone was sharing their feelings. Radheju, I saw Krishna in my dream last night, and he was plucking flower for me. And another Sakhi says, Thakurji was playing in the Yamuna Jal with me. And another Sakhi was saying, Thakurji was asking about you, Radheju. And still Radheju did means there was no smile on Radheju's face. Radheju was looking everyone. And this time Sakhi asked Radheju, what happened? You do not want to share your feeling, Radheju. Radheju cried a lot and see. You are very fortunate that you could see Krishna in your dream. But what I say about myself, that day my Krishna left the Vrindavan, I couldn't sleep. And when I couldn't sleep, how can I see him in the dream? And by telling this, Thakurji started crying. Satyabhama tries to console him, but he couldn't. Then Satyabhamaji's chanting started chanting Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And later Thakurji, just by listening these words, Radhe, this Maha Mantra Radhe, Radhe, Thakurji could get some relax at that time. Oh, alas, when will I get that Radheju who is like champa flowers on my chest, who showers my lotus like eyes with nectar, whose bodily beauty is the only place for my pastime, who is like a vine for the bird of my heart to sit on, who is my desired opulence and my very life. So in this way, Thakurji is remembering Radheju again and again. Thakurji is talking with himself only while laying down on the bed. Even a stone melt after hearing how pitifully Krishna lamented to himself about Sri Radheju after he drank the sweet nectar words of Madhumangal and thus remembered her. Ha Radheju, you are the abode for the pigeon of my life, a boundless river with a stream of sweetness that is enhanced by prem, and a mine of jokes, riddles, and qualities and arts. You are the moonlight that feeds the chakor bird of my eyes. Alas, which force of bad luck has taken me away from you after first finding you? In the same way, kinkris have no other shelter but Sri Radheju's lotus feet, from whom the embodiment of full transcendental bliss, Shri Krishna, suffered so much separation, and there is no other means to soothe their hearts that are burning in the fire of separation from her than to see this beautiful feet. The kinkris do not want Krishna alone. No, such a, what I said, very important thing. The kinkris do not want Krishna alone. Many times Radhiju tells Sakhis that you fix a meeting of my kinkris. They say no. We are feeling more happiness in your meeting rather than we meet Krishna. And the Nishkam Bhav Sakhis or the Kinkris, they really do not, they want Priya Priyatam intimacy. They want Priya Priyatam's love play, this cupid game play, but they never think even for a single moment that we want this intimacy company with Thakurji. They never want. The person who is following this Raganuga Bhakti, who is in this Madhurya Bhakti, who is in Raganuga Bhakti, who is feeling herself as Kinkri or Manjari or Sakhi Bhav, they always want Priya Priyatam to be in a Leela. You know, I uh, I just tell a very beautiful story. There was a uh, there was a Babaji named Naga Babaji. He is very famous Rasik devotee, and he was living in the Kadamb Khandi. It is very near to the forest of Sri Barsana. And he was living there doing this Raganuga Bhakti all the time, chanting and doing Leelas. And in fact, when he was walking, when he was going to get some Madhukari, some prasadam from the Prajvasi's house, at that time, he was doing this Leela Chintan. Means he was so much expert in doing Leela Chintan that he could do while walking. You know, we are also expert thinking about this worldly affairs while walking. In the same way, these devotees are also experts thinking about the Leela while when they are walking. So these Babajis has these long hairs. What is this called? Jatana. Just long matted hair. They put some jata, long jatas, matted hair. And when this Babaji was doing Leela Chintan and when he was passing through a tree, his matted hair entangled in the branch of this tree, and he stopped there. He did not try to remove it because he was doing Leela Chintan. He said to himself, okay, the person who entangled my hair, the person means that Krishna has entangled my hair, and when he comes, only it will be resolved. And he was standing there while he was going for the Madhukari. And Priya Priyatam is looking that he's standing in this position and he's smiling, still he's doing Leela Chintan. And so many hours went, then Thakurji came in the form of a small child. This is real authentic story that in Sri Bhaktamal also. And that place is also there. I can share that photo also, beautiful photo of the Kadam Khandi. And when Thakurji came in the form of 7 years old child, Thakurji say, hey Babaji, what happened? Babaji say, why? Why are you asking me this question? Just go. Thakurji said, no, I come here with the food. The Babaji said, why are you worried so much about me? I do not know you. And you do not know me. Just take your food with you. I do not want to eat now. Now, as the time is passing, this Naga Babaji is also getting angry on Krishna. Angry in a sweet manner, actually. Why is he not coming? So Thakurji goes away, and when he says Radheju is not agree that I can resolve his hair, he's saying, no, do not touch me. And Radheju says, now you go in your real form. When Thakurji comes in a real form, just in Pitambar, having peacock feather crown, this one mala and flute, when Thakurji appears with him, before he control his bliss, he controls the ecstasy. And he was feeling that he would faint, that Babaji was feeling. Somehow he controlled and he said, "Who are you?" Thakurji said, "I am Krishna, to whom you always do the bhajan. I am that same Krishna." Now Babaji said, "If you are my Krishna, then where is my Priyaju? Where is my Kishoriju?" Because as I know, as I heard from my Gurujan, as I heard from the Rasik devotees, my Thakurji never comes alone without Radhiju. Priya Priyatam lives with each other. They never leave for even for a moment. So how can you come alone? It means you are not Krishna. Thakurji say he is very clever, Radheju. He is saying that I am not Krishna. If I am Krishna, how Radheju is not with me? So Radheju is saying now we should go there. So now this time this Swamiji also come, and when Swamiji appears, he cries a lot. He cries a lot, and he couldn't control his body, and he was sliding down, and his hair was like it was paining in here, but he couldn't feel anything. This tree's branch was also sliding down, seeing this bow of this Babaji. And now Thakurji said, "May I resolve your this matter here, because I'm the same Krishna." And he couldn't say even a single word. Thakurji resolved this, and Radheju laughs a lot, and they disappear. Thakurji and Radheju disappear. That laughing was resounding in his ears, and it is said by the Brajvasis that after few days he couldn't control this bliss, and he left his body here. And definitely that Babaji is to the Golo. So that's why it is written here that Kinkris also do not want Krishna alone. Their love for Srimati Radheju is so pure that even in their dreams they do not desire Krishna's intimate company. One of the 108 name of our Das Goswami gives to Sri Radheju is Sogandvaita Jivatu. She is the only life support of her maid servants, and this increased their pride. These maid servants have such a deep love for Radheju, they do not even have that for Krishna. No one but the Kinkris are so worthy of being Radheju's Priya Patra, means Radheju's object of love. This is experienced best at the time of separation. By Swaminiji's grace, the Virahani Dasi has wonderful experiences during Smara, dreams, and Spuran, transcendental revelations, and these experiences are her only life support. That's why I say na, to everyone, I request, please you do Smaran, please you do Roop Dhyan of Leela, please you do Leela Smaran, because this is the key to reach to get the direct mercy of Radheju. And as I was telling you earlier, if you really do Roop Dhyan, you will get some revelation, you will get some experience, definitely. This is the power in the Roop Dhyan of Leela. I would not say that not so much power in Naam, but you know that when you are chanting name, it is only the name. Of course, Radheji is also there, but when you are doing this Leela Chintan, when you are doing Roop Dhyan of a Leela, there is Naam, Roop, Leela, God, Dham. Five things are there. The Naam is there, Radhe Radheji is there, Krishna is also there, Saki is Kinkri. So you are taking the name and you are seeing the Naam, Roop. You are seeing the form, how beautifully Radheji is dressed, Thakurji is in the form of Savri Saki. So you are catching that glimpse also. Naam Roop Leela. This is the Leela of Savri Sakhi or any Leela you are doing Chintan. Gun, the virtues of Thakurji is he is so clever, he is so smart that he disguised himself. And Dham. When you are doing the Leela Chintan, it is manifested in the Vrindavan Dham. So that's why I request every time that please you do the Roop Dhyan of the Leela, then you will definitely reveal some experiences. Yeah, one thing came in my mind. There was a Babaji in Braj Ke Bhakt. There are so many beautiful stories. One Babaji was he was a blind Baba. He was a blind and he was doing bhajan in Barsana. And it was very long time, maybe 30 years went. He was continuously doing Leela Chintan and Bhajan and just getting the association of Rasik devotees. And but one day he started thinking that I will die because I'm not getting anything. I will die. I will finish my life. I'm not getting anything. What is the use of my life? I'm just going for Madhukari, or the Brajvasis are coming to me. I am doing Leela Chintan, but I'm not getting any revelation. I'm not getting experiences. Everyone says that if Rasik devotee says, if you do Rup Dhyan of Leela, you will get the experiences. You know, that Babaji was getting experiences, the more greediness was coming. It was increasing. So he was crying a lot. And Radhe, this is the weakness of our Swamini Radhejus and Thakurji, that they cannot see the real tears of a devotee. Then Thakur Radheju says, this Babaji is crying a lot. Krishna, please you go and make him laugh. Thakurji say, Babaji, what happened? Thakur Babaji say, please you go from here and let me talk to myself. What are you talking to yourself? You tell me if you are any problem, because this is a voice of a child. He was feeling. Really, you are a child, you know, I'm so old, and what you will give me advice, or how will you solve my problems when you have no idea about my Priya Pritam? Just go away from me. Do not interrupt in my bhav. And you know, in Braj Bhasha, this is very sweet, Leela, when I speak in Braj Bhasha, and Thakurji says, राधे जी वो बाबा तो कुछ समझ ही ना रहे, बस रोता ही जा रहा है. What I say, Radhe ju, this Baba is not even ready to listen my but just only crying and crying and crying. Radhe ji said, okay, pyare, means Krishna, you have no idea how to make him laugh, then I will go and talk to him. Very sweetly in Braj Bhasha, Radhe ji talks with Baba ji. Radhe ji said, Baba, what happened? Is you Are you missing your wife? Then Baba laughs, you know, I'm so old. Why are you telling that I'm missing my wife? And you know, I'm completely blind. And Baba laughs a lot. Baba say, oh Lali, from where are you come? Baba, I came from Barsana and we are going to Vrindavan. And when we saw you, you are crying, so we come to talk with you. What do you want? He said, Lali, you will not understand. No, no, Baba, at least you should share your pain with us. And Baba say, what I say, Lali? It has been so many long years. I'm chanting here of my Priya Priyatam, but you know, I heard that Thakurji is merciless. Na? Thakurji is very cruel, very, very hard heart. But my Radheju is very merciful. But what I say, with the association of Krishna, my Lali is also, my Radheju is also merciless. Na? She is also heartless. This is just because of Krishna. Thakurji is saying, why are you blaming me? Baba. Baba saying, no, I am not blaming you, I am blaming Krishna. Radheju laughs. So Radheju say, Baba, but how do you will feel that your Radheju is merciful? So Baba has such a big smile on his face and he say, when my Priya Priyatam comes to me and when I can have their darshan, only then I will feel that my Radheju is very merciful. So Radheju say, but Baba, you are so fool, you do not have the vision. How you can see if they appear before you? Baba say, Lali, you are fool. You know, you have no idea. When my Priya Priyatam comes to me, then my vision will come automatically when they touch my eyes. So Radheju looked at Thakurji and say, okay, you touch. Then Thakurji touched Baba's eyes from his left hand. When Radheju touched Baba's eyes from her right lotus hand. And Priya Priyatam is standing and this Baba is crying and crying. And Baba go down. He holds the Priya Priyatam and then he left his body. So how? So it is saying that these revelations, these experience come, and when really one day Priya Priyatam will definitely come to us, it depends on our bhajan. It depends on our Rup Dhyan. So when small revelations comes, these revelations gives temporary peace, and the separation gives a burning suffering again. The root cause of suffering is want of the direct service of Yugal Kishore, the Manjari's love for Kishore and Kishori, for Priya and Priyatam, for Radheju and Thakurji is causeless. Where is the bliss of worshipping only Krishna? The real ecstasy lies in the Yugal Bhajan. Yugal Charan Dekhi Safal Korvo Akhi Ei Mora Mana Kamna. Shri Narottam Das Thakura says, I will make my eyes successfully by seeing Yugal Kishore's lotus feet. This is the only desire of my on my mind. The Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas desire to see this divine couple to extinguish this burning fire of love in separation, and they pray for the service of their lotus feet. Please give me the service of your lotus feet. Don't let me down. You are both ocean of compassion. I don't know anyone else but you two, and I would feel greatly fortunate if I could surrender to the service of your lotus feet. I am deeply fallen wretch. In this way, Sri Raghunath Das Ji is again and again lamenting and doing prayer with Radheju. And I will stop this at present. I think it is okay. And in this way, he is lamenting, and sometimes he's also getting the vision. So I think I should take a break here, and Other will be continuing the second part of Shlok number 9. Is it okay? I hope all you enjoyed today's
Very fine. Very,
session.
very beautiful.
Yes, thank you very, very much. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Actually, I have written a poem on this text here, on this passage. I may send you if you like.
Yeah.
I have noted in my book, and then I transcribed it into
Very good, very good.
computer.
And what about Karna Sindhu, Malte, and other ones? I remember the name. Like, how are you feeling?
Sheila is also here.
Sheila is
Yeah, thank
also,
you.
wow. Welcome,
Thank
Sheila.
you.
How are you feeling, all of you?
Yeah, thank you. It's always like falling into a pot of nectar, and then you swim into the nectar. And I think I take a lot of inspirations with me for my own bhajan, and it's very interesting how this all kind of develops, and what you actually find in the purports. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, at least for me, there's this one sentence here: the Manjari's love for Kishore and Kishore is causeless. Very meaningful for me. Anyway, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. I love it.
I also get inspiration when all of you enjoy. I also get inspiration, and I say I should go more deeply in it. Na?
Hmm.
Malte, happy?
Yes, thank you. It was very inspirational. I think I got some good inspirations for the next days to dive into and to integrate into my bhajan as well. And yeah, I had this moment where I felt like when you were talking about the experience of Radiju, where I somehow realized that it's like my feeling is it's somehow it feels like it's easier for me to look from the side of Krishna than of Radha somehow, and I feel like I don't know, it's yeah, it was just a feeling, like it's for me it's more like I'm looking over the shoulder of Krishna to experience the things which are happening, but I'm and even if I step in the position of a Saki or Manjari or so, it feels more like I'm doing service to Krishna than to Radharani somehow. And but this was like a revelation somehow, like a feeling. So maybe maybe you can say something to that.
Yes, Kanubra is also enjoying Geet Govinda nowadays. She's, Sheila is not present, I think. She's muted.
You have some comment to what Malti said, Pratibha? How is this perspective or feeling like what is this? What kind of
Yes,
bath is it?
yes. Let it come from his heart first.
Mm.
I don't want to impose my feelings,
Mm.
but I would request only one thing when we are following this Raganuga Bhakti, we feel more enjoy it, and the Thakurji will be very happy if we become the Kinkri or the Sakhis or the Manjaris of Radheji, and we will get a lot of opportunities to do the seva of Kishore Kishori. So this is my request or suggestion. Let his feelings come out. What does he feels?
Mm.
It
That's
will
good.
sprout, and the way to sprout our this seed of doing seva, it only I would say either with the Nam Jap or with the Rup Dhyan or with the Satsang. The Satsang is the most important, which emphasizes us to do bhakti. Actually, I would say.
Mm.
How to do it naturally, the Satsang tells us.
Mm.
So let it grow in our heart. And I would say one more thing: never feel that I am very beginner in this field, in this spiritual realm. I have started just 2 days before, or 2 years back, or 2 months before. No one has this idea when Radhiji will shower her mercy. No one has idea. The people, this is my personal experience. The people who praise the Lord before Radheju, they get very, very highly up to this, in this rest. They go very deeply in this rest in very short period of time when they really completely surrender to Radheju. So I would say the weakness of Radheju, Priya Priyatam is tears. So yeah, it will sprout by yourself. Then once it is sprout, once it is decided, okay, Sakhis, Manjiris are thinking what is coming in our heart, so we should follow that bhav. And then one day it will be very concrete, very solid. I just tell you one thing, we are here and our real Siddha Swarup is already lying in the Golo. The more we are doing bhajan, that Siddha Swarupa is getting up, getting conscious. And
Mm.
one day when it is completed, then this body will be left here and we will get the direct service of Priya Priyatam, Kishore Kishori, Radhiji Thakurji in the Nikunj. So, more we go deep in the bhajan, the more we will get the experiences. These are the experiences which gives us taste to go more deep actually, I would say. I will not reveal if you not say, but here are two people who were telling me what happened during their group dhyan. Very good. Very good. If you are feeling it, the more you do it, the more you will feel. It is very good.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think Monday is better than any other day for all of you. So next Monday we will do it. Okay. So till then, Radhe Radhe. Have a
Radhe
nice, beautiful.
Radhe, Radhe, thank
Radhe,
you.
you.
Radhe
thank you so
Radhe.
much.
Okay. So may I leave now?
Okay. Nah. Separation mode. Already over. What happened? So see you next Monday.
Jagajanam Janare Jagajanam